DJI O3 is without doubt the best looking digital FPV system on the market today. It has a huge amount of benefits, and the biggest ones of them is the GoPro replacement options that it gives you. That is mostly because of how good the O3 camera is, and whilst there's a lot of good sides to it, there are a few downsides to it as well, and one of them is what happens if you damage that camera. Today, I'm going to walk you through what the options are with regards to lens replacement, what the options are with regards to camera replacement as well, and try and offer you a maybe cheaper option that is out there if you did need to replace that lens. Now, for those who don't know, the O3 camera doesn't work like any other FPV camera we have on the market. This camera not only has to be activated in itself before you can use it, but it also has to be calibrated to the DJI O3 Air unit. Now, when you buy O3 or you get it in a bind and fly quad and it's pre-set up, the activation and calibration takes place as part of the initial activation of that O3 Air unit in the back. However, if you needed to swap this camera out either with another camera that you had lying around or you bought a new one from DJI, if it's a used camera that's already activated, you would simply need to calibrate it. That is done by connecting the whole Air unit and camera to Assistant 2 for consumer drones, and it'll ask you to calibrate. However, if you buy a new one, you will need to do the activation and calibration. Another quirk about this O3 camera is the fact that it doesn't use a standard replaceable lens like we're used to having in FPV. It is a completely custom module. You can see there on this torn down one that the lens is mounted in the front. This is all pretty much glued to the back plate on the camera. Now, that isn't to say that this lens isn't replaceable. You can actually get it off, but what you can't do is replace it with a standard mount lens like you can on a normal FPV camera, and this does restrict your ability to repair this moving forward. Now, this camera module is quite expensive in itself because it is available as a standalone unit, but it is over $100. Now, the real problem with the O3 camera is that it doesn't have standard mount lenses, and it is quite an expensive item to replace. So if you were to damage the lens, scratch it or crack it, you would need to replace the whole camera module, and this does cost over $100 in the US or about £90 in the UK. Now, there were some hopes that we may have found a cheaper way around this, and that is because a camera module that looks identical to the DJI one has appeared on AliExpress. It is available for around $47. That's over half the price of the original DJI camera, and if we look around it, it basically is identical to the unit that you get in the O3 camera as well as the Avata. Unfortunately though, having had this in my hands and a number of users have received this camera as well, it does not work with the O3 Air unit. It will not activate and it will not calibrate, and that means it is basically no good as a replacement. The only thing you could use this camera for was the replacement lens on it if you did need to replace the lens on your existing camera, but you would need to use your existing PCB board and then transfer the lens over from this module. But what you can't do at this moment in time is use the module itself as a replacement. Now, the cause for these not working isn't fully understood at this moment in time. My personal opinion is these are camera modules designed for DJI, but they're being sold either by the factory direct before they've gone to DJI, and as such, what they haven't been is tested on DJI systems. They haven't been put through DJI's test process, and as a result of it, the serial number isn't in the system, and there's no calibration data in the system as well. It is rather frustrating on O3 that we do have this rather unique setup with the camera has to be both activated and calibrated to the Air unit. I still don't fully understand why there is this need for calibration. Yes, there's gyroflow built in, but that in itself shouldn't be absolutely necessary for having calibrated data, but it clearly is the case that DJI have decided to do this, and unfortunately there is no way around this at the moment. So that's it from me on this one. It was just a bit of a PSA to let you know what the situation is. I hope you have found this video useful. If you have, please do let me know what you think below. Any comments, put them below and I will try and answer them as well. Anyway, that's it from me on this one. Stay safe. I'll speak to you soon.